Alright. There we go. Alright. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Mike. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and with Paulie Dangerously. And today on Power and Mike, we have a good show here today on Power and Mike. You know, we're going to hear from today the TWF woman heavyweight fighter Roxanne Perez is going to be here. We haven't seen her since she won back the TWF woman heavyweight winnings from Rhea Ripley, Jonathan Coachman says. You got that right, Mike today says. We haven't seen Roxanne Perez since she won the TWF woman heavyweight winnings for the 2th time. So it'll be good to see her here today on Power and Mike. I'll tell you right now, Jonathan and Mike, Paulie Dangerously says, you know, Roxanne Perez gotta be lucky that Rhea Ripley hasn't come after her yet, or if she has, hasn't had to deal with her yet. You know. Well, as you can see, she should be lucky that Roxanne Perez that Rhea Ripley hasn't gotten her yet. Because if she did, she wouldn't be standing here today. And I think that Roxanne Perez is lucky. And she outwised Rhea Ripley. And that's how she became a 2-time TWF woman heavyweight fighter. And now, and now no one can stand up in the ring now, which is sad. Okay, so we got Alright everyone, it is me, Roxanne Perez, the 2-time TWF woman heavyweight fighter. And the last time you saw me, The last time you saw me that I beat Rhea Ripley and I won the TWF women's heavyweight winnings, which was one of the greatest things I did. And I cheated to do it as well, which is cool. You know, put my feet on the rope. Well, no one saw it. And then I won back the TWF woman heavyweight winning. Because I knew I was. And I don't think there is going to be a woman wrestler or fighter or overstar that's going to beat me at all. Because I'm the skilled one. I'm the gifted one. And what you are is a weakling. Oh, tell me, why are you coming out and saying that I'm a weakling? Well, hold on here. Hold on. Let me tell you why. But first, I have to shift around where I put this at. There you go. No. Hold on. There, I guess that works. But then where's this going to go? Means I can't have this up here anymore. There you go. There we go. And what you are is a weakling. Well, where are you getting that from? Oh, because you're a weakling and a cheater, and I'll tell you why. First, Roxanne Perez, you were a cheater because you put your foot on the bottom rope when no one saw you do it. You know, so that makes you a cheater because you did something that was unfair. Then two with and makes you a weakling because think I care what you think? I mean, no, I don't care what you think of me. You think Brunhilde or King Valkyrie or whatever you want to call yourself, you think that you can beat me? Don't make me laugh. I mean, yes, you came from Ole's last year. You came from Ole's back in 2023, YL. Yes. But hey, you were all big and bad at one time until you lost the 24/7 winnings, to Xia Li. And after that, well, no one's frightened of you anymore. Well, yeah, well then why don't you think you're so great? Then why don't you put your TWF Woman Heavyweight winnings on stake here today against me if you believe you can beat me? Yeah, well, yeah, I think I'll do that. But I know King Valkyrie, or Brunhilde, whatever you want to call yourself, that I know, shit. But I know that at the end of the day, I'm going to beat you. And then that's going to be the end of it. Oh, this thing won't fit anymore. Oh. Well. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do. Alright, well, this match is for the TWF, for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First, she is King Valkyrie, and she is the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Roxanne Perez. Meaning, well, sorry for the way that this everything looks now. Well, Jonathan Coachman says, now we're going to see if Roxanne Perez can beat, King Valkyrie or Brunhilde or whatever she wants to call herself. Jonathan Coachman said, oh, and Roxanne Perez has picked up Brunhilde and body slammed her. And you think she's so good? Oh, she just slapped her, and Brunhilde just knocked down, John Coachman said. Well, Mike today says Roxanne Perez always doing something, to start shit with someone. And now, she had to put her gouge where her mouth was. And we wonder if she can beat King Valkyrie or not. Well, what also Mike today said, and how could Brunhilde have swords? I mean, come on, that's just not right. That's unfair. And she's got to talk about someone who's cheating, and she's got swords in her hand, Paulie Dangerously. Says King Valkyrie from the top steeple. Well, she's not working the swords, and two, it would be hard to take the swords out of her hand and put them back in, Jonathan Coachman says. And now, while we were talking about that, Roxanne Perez has got back the upper hand on Brunhilde. Brunhilde's knocked her right down, Jonathan Coachman says. And now Brunhilde's got the upper hand now, coming up from the top steeple now and down on Roxanne Perez. Well, Mike today says, what do you think will happen if Brunhilde, also known as King Valkyrie, beats Roxanne Perez? 1, 2 in a kick out. Well, I do not know, Jonathan Coachman says. But I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Roxanne Perez will not be happy. I know that much, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Paulie dangerously says someone has to get those swords away from Brunhilde, who wants to get ready to put Roxanne Perez in a might slam. But Roxanne Perez somehow, someway, just knocks Brunhilde down, and then did a pop rocks to her, the pop stones to her. And wait a minute, now she's gonna put her. Is she gonna beat her? Will Roxanne Perez beat King Valkyrie here today? Jonathan Coachman says. And if she does, will she do it the right way instead of cheating? 1, 2. Well, guess when I went to talk, now she's going to be cheating now, Jonathan Coachman said. Well, Mike today said, looks like she's got to cheat to beat Brunhilde, will beat King Valkyrie too. Well, Paulie dangerously says it's not called cheating unless someone sees you doing it. You know, in my book. 1, 2, 3. Ding-ding-ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter, Roxanne Perez. Well, Roxanne Perez is still the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter by beating King Valkyrie, Brunhilde, here today on Power or Mike, Jonathan Coachman says. You know, yeah, that did happen. Well, Jonathan Coachman says King Valkyrie or Brunhilde did end up coming in today believing she was going to beat Roxanne Perez, and she almost did. But somehow, some way, Roxanne Perez ended up beating her. You know, Jonathan Coachman says, well, I can tell you what, Mike today says, King Valkyrie, Brunhilde, whatever you want to call her, she has nothing to feel guilty or ashamed of, because she put in the time, she did a good match, she gave it her all, and hopefully she gets another match, you know, hopefully she gets another match, you know, against Roxanne Perez for the TWF Woman Heavyweight winnings. Mike today said, well, I can tell you what, Paulie Dangerson says, Roxanne Perez ended up beating everyone. She beat Brunhilde, King Valkyrie, whatever you want to call her, and Brunhilde or King Valkyrie, you know, thought she was cool and everything. But at the end of the day, he was not, Paulie Dangerously says. Alright, we'll take it away now, Jim Ross. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. I'm going to be talking with Roxanne Perez here today on Power and Mike. Alright, I'm thinking about it. Alright, Roxanne Perez. It seems that you got to get something to stand up on. Yeah. Does it look like that? Oh, no, it's too high. I'm not going to work. I have to hold him again. Alright, Roxanne Perez, you seem to be very proud of yourself of how you went by beating King Valkyrie. Well, yeah, I did. I beat Brunhilde, King Valkyrie, whatever you want to call her, and she thought she was the shit, you know, and she thought she had me, Jim Ross. She truly believed that she was going to beat me, but at the end of the day, I outwisted her. Yeah, you did again. Everyone saw here today how you, Roxanne Perez, everybody saw how you once again put your foot underneath the bottom rope and cheated to have a win. Oh, I wouldn't call it cheating, Jim Ross. You know, it's only cheating if you don't get seen. And since the fight lord, the fight keeper didn't see it happen, then no one can say that it was cheating or unfair or whatever it was. And I'm still a TWF woman heavyweight fighter. Yes, as of right now, you are. But sooner or later, someone is going to come along and beat you for the TWF woman heavyweight winnings. Yeah, someday that will happen, Jim Ross, but I don't think it's happening right now. Alright, that's my talk with Roxanne Perez. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. Well, thank you, Jim Ross, for talking with Roxanne Perez here today on Powerrr Might. And that's all the time we've got here for Powerrr Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and Paulie Dangerously. We hope to like Powerrr Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw.